I was getting emotional by being with you after a long time. It became a habit with me to come to Japan at least once every year. So this long gap, 4 years, maybe more than 4, because COVID stopped. So seeing you again is a very emotional moment after a long time. And also seeing Dom coming from Germany and Enzo coming from Italy to be here today to kind of get together. So this is an occasion of get together, what it's all about, after a long gap of my being present here. But I had no idea that my role will be changed in between. That was not in any plan. So things happen in life which is extremely unexpected. This is super unexpected. I have nothing to do with it. Good to see you there. Thank you. Yeah, right. Yeah. I was kind of enjoying my time in Paris with the Paris Olympic. I was involved in designing the Paris Olympic, which I tried to bring, it was late by that time, to Tokyo Olympic, the idea, concept of social business in Olympic, because I was very active in sports world, and they are kind of giving me space to reach out to them. And I did my best to reach out to them, and it has impact in them. So Tokyo accepted it, but it was late by that time. They couldn't redesign everything. How to make an Olympic as a social business Olympic. But they did something in Tokyo Olympic, probably on the inaugural event of Olympic. You may have watched it during this COVID-19 back at home at your television. I was receiving the Olympic laurel in Tokyo. I was at home, but on the screen here. So that led me to get involved in Olympic more deeply and designing the Paris Olympic. I was very happy that they did it after 4 years of preparation to make it happen. Suddenly I get this telephone call from Bangladesh. And that led one after another. I tried to take me away from that responsibility, but they kept on chasing me every day. For 3 days it happened. Finally I had to yield because of the persuasive power of those young people. When I said yes, they were very happy. They said, you'll catch the immediate flight. Because we are waiting, the whole country is waiting for a government. There's no government here. So that was the beginning of the story. Since then, I'm trying to see what I can do, but I got detached from everything that I was doing prior to that moment. So this brings me back to that old self that I was seeing everybody here makes me feel emotional. So wonderful to see you. I'm trying to see how in Japan we can pick up the pieces that we left behind. Now in the context of what we are doing in Bangladesh. Bangladesh emerged as a new Bangladesh because of the student and young people's uprising. They defied every norms. They simply said enough is enough. They got killed on the street, but they didn't move. More came. The more you shoot, the more young people come to the street. Now, ultimately, it came as a kind of a floodwater from all over Bangladesh, young people moving towards Dhaka. So the previous regime felt that they cannot survive physically. You cannot get away from anybody. That's when they left. And the vacuum was created. And the students declared that they will create a new Bangladesh. So that's image of New Bangladesh. They tried to express it in many ways, where I was given the task of translating that into reality. It's a difficult task. Not everybody agrees on everything, which is natural. But amazing to see that that caught the imagination of the people of the country. So when I took the responsibility, I don't think there is one voice in the whole country, one, which disagreed. Unified voice. So there's a tremendous kind of power, having the whole country agreeing on everything. So that was the journey. And it was a devastated country, not just after a war situation, you're a devastated country. It's not like that. It's not physical devastation. It's devastation in every single way. In terms of administration, in terms of economics, in terms of banking, in terms of international businesses and so on. Everything collapsed. And a huge, huge crisis, gaps. Money is stolen and billions of dollars taken away. Not overnight, over a period of time. Very easily, very friendly way they took away everything. Banks became empty. You don't know where to begin. You scratch your head. What do you do now? Nothing works. It's 15 years of devastation. 15 years of misrule. 15 years of people disappearing. You don't know where they went. You couldn't find out. Still we don't find out, many. And horrible, horrible kind of actions taken. So you come from those memories and try to build new memories, that we have to get rid of those and create something new. That's the task. So 10th month now that we are going through this, we feel that we have come a long way. Banks are functioning. We are paying back our dues to the people who have payments to receive from internationals, because the copper was empty. So that's where we are right now. So feeling a little bit easier. We can now breathe a little bit. We have been given 3 tasks. Most important was reform. Everything that was done before was wrong. So you really build a new nation out of the devastations of the past. And the second one is a trial of the people who are responsible for this. It's a very difficult task to pick up all the evidences and make it a real legislative action. Hard time. Same people who used to be yesterday, still there, same chair, same people. But they're doing the wrong thing yesterday, now they're saying, no, we are not the one. So it's how to make sure which is the right one, which is the wrong one. Third one is election. And when election takes place, elected government takes over the responsibility. We hand over the responsibility to them. So people are insisting, tell us when the election would be, because politicians are very impatient. Get the election, get to their seats of power. So I've been promising them for a long time. It could be in December of 2025, this year, or at the latest June of 2026. So 6 months gap. Depending on how fast we can do the reforms. If the reform process is slow and can accomplish little, So we have the longer time. And the longer time cannot continue endlessly. Must finish it up June 26. So this is the timeline that we're working for. Young people are still impatient, want to see results right now, right away. Bangladesh is an amazing country. Many of you are familiar, have been there, Bangladesh many times. Amazing country in terms of population. It's a small country, territory-wise, but the home of 180 million people. Very densely populated country. So it's not only that it's densely populated, it's a very young population. Half the population of 180 million, half of 180 million is under the age of 27 years. Imagine that. By the time you go to 50, you almost exhaust the population. Very few beyond 50.
That's the average in Japan.
Pardon me?
Average in Japan is 49.
Yeah. So that's the kind of country you got. Very young population. And that creates another dimension. Because they have access to technology. Everybody has a phone. Everybody has connection, internet connectivity. They know the whole world. Whether you are illiterate, whether you are a village woman, whether you are a village girl, village boy, you know what's happening. And everybody's talking, everybody's messaging. So their ambition level goes up and up and up. And that's amazing that they can do things. And we have not been able to provide all those facilities because previous governments were not interested in making them happy. They were busy making themselves happy. Stealing money everywhere. So how to bring this to the picture? When I was told as I was coming that Japan is taking a lot of young people to come here to work, I said, this is one opportunity, let's take it. So this is one of the things we'll be discussing in our official discussion. How to send those young people to come to Japan. You need people, we have people. We are the reservoir of young people everywhere. And that this benefits Bangladesh in two ways. At least income sources, in seeing life of people in another country and learn from them. At the same time, become qualified to do things in a very frontier kind of technology and effectiveness and idea-wise, new experience. So this is one of the things that we'll be doing, and inviting investments. The more we look for those things, Japan is very much involved with Bangladesh. You're probably familiar with that. Many of our major projects, development projects, are designed and funded by Japan. So we are very indebted to Japan in every single way. But there are more scope, so we'll be talking about other scopes. Like the one right now, before this meeting, I was explaining, Bangladesh is not only lucky with young people, having all those young, when I say young people, I mean young boys and young girls. Girls are as effective, as dedicated and committed, as prepared as anybody else. When the students were demonstrating on the street, taking bullets, these are not only boys, they're all boys and girls, everywhere. Girls leading the way, taking bullets, designing active program next day, next moment. So when I say that, the number 27 years, under 27 years, both boys and girls. So how to make them active, connected? So this is one that very important part. And I was saying, Bangladesh is a very interesting country because it's a flat land. Suddenly Himalayas come out. There's a wall. Suddenly. It's not a gradual thing. So that's what we are familiar to see. But we never realized we had endless ocean. We take ocean as something where you go, you see the sunset. Because we only see the sunset, we don't see the sunrise because there are hills behind us. So we can only see the sunset. So that's about it. So you write poems about it. You become poets. I said, this is a gold mine. Ocean is a gold mine. We never looked at it as a gold mine. We don't have any maritime activity, just small jobs and shipping and so on, traditional thing. So I said, this is a great opportunity for us to build a new economy based on ocean. It gives you access to the rest of the world. Japan already very much involved with us in that. They are the one who helped us build the deep sea port already. And we have a series of terminals to go along with it. So I said, this area alone, just one southern part of Bangladesh where it's intensively being done, the design and financing help from Japan, alone can transform the population, 180 million, in a completely different way. Its economy can change overnight if you just know how to make use of this. The access to ocean means access to the world. I don't have to explain it to Japan. That's what Japan did. Any other nation did, using their water. So this is one we want to learn. So one of the things that we would like to do, learn from the experience of Japan. So looking for institutions, looking for people who dedicated their life, devoting to this maritime thing. So we need your help. One simple reference to somebody, introducing us to somebody, makes lots of difference for us. Instead of running around trying to figure out what to do, someone can just say that this is the way it has been done in the past, this is the way you're going to start. That opens the door for us. Money is important, but the idea is much more important. So we need your help on generating those ideas and so on. And Bangladesh not only has ocean, I was just explaining a few minutes back, we have a huge mangrove forest. It's a treasure of the world. But we just ignore it. As if something has no use. But we forget that mangrove forest is something, is a treasure to the nation, treasure to human beings. If we know how to make use of it, they protect us for environmental hazards. When the wind comes, they are the barrier to stop the wind. And biodiversity that goes with it. And many things. So we are lucky to have oceans. We are lucky to have rivers. Those days we talked about rivers, but more describing it as a poet. We have produced lots of poets describing the nature around us, but never put our attention in how to make use of it to transform the society. So I'm here to get your guidance, get your help, because it's a hectic situation. You can hardly focus on anything more than 5 minutes, because something else is so emergency situation that you have to pay attention to. So you switch. So within this span of few minutes, as much you can tell us. how to do so that I can pass it on to somebody to carry the ball from there. It's wonderful to see all the people that I have worked with for many, many years together here today. And I hope we'll succeed. We don't know yet what ultimately, these are the things that we dream about, but how dream can be translated into reality. It will be shame. All the dreams of the young people, unified dream, there are no two dreams, just one dream, new Bangladesh. We have nothing to do with the old Bangladesh. That's finished. Goodbye. And they have outline of this new Bangladesh. They speak it out in every occasion. Now catch those words, catch those imagination, translate it into real action to see that happen. And happen fast. Not 20 years later, 10 years later, right now, want to see the result. So that's the challenge. And I feel that yes, beginning can be done. Of course it can be done. It's so obvious. Nobody can deny what young people are asking for. Simply translate it, get the right idea, right institutional framework, right policies, and make it happen. So a lot of dedicated people are working very hard to make that happen. And we need your support. You are the one from us, from far, giving us connections, ideas, saying things that this can be done in this way. Feel free completely. We are open. And I hope I could spend more time talking to you individually to further all the things that we have on our dashboard. Where to go, how to go, and all that. So I hope we can have open discussions, open comments, questions, and see we can, from now on, all of us become part of the same team. Opportunity has come. It's not only opportunity for Bangladesh, it's opportunity for the whole world. How to use the aspirations of young people and translate it very quickly into real thing. So let's not miss this opportunity. Because if you miss it, it may not come in hundreds of years. It's very difficult to recreate that moment, the spirit of that moment, aspiration of that moment. So we have that now. So we need a total mobilization, all the resources that we have around us. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity. Thank you.